Hello, this is Vince from Sniper Day Trading, and this is Tuesday's market, August 31st. And this is the S&P 500, the pre-market action here, pointing out some of the turning points throughout the day. This here was first long. Well, this is very early in the morning. Don't know that there'd be many people trading at that hour, but overseas, possibly. This would be the first early morning trade area right in here, around 6 o'clock West Coast time. Set itself up there for a nice move. Just after the open, did have a turning point short right in this area here, and you can see the corresponding signal right there. That was down for several points. Next trade was just a few minutes after that, about 10 minutes after, and depending on the stop that you're using, this may have been a stop out, maybe not. Depends on the entry. An entry right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're running a 6-tick stop, you'd be okay. That's about the maximum that I would use. Typically I use around 4, sometimes 5, but the maximum will sometimes be 6 ticks. So I may have gotten stopped out on this. It just kind of depends, but this here is a secondary signal that actually did look very good still right here, and that was the first one right in here. And that was good for several points. There was a counter trend trade south right in there, followed by the news release. I think it was consumer confidence was released today, and the market saw that very favorably. Tough to say if you could have actually caught that if you were quick on the draw. Definitely, probably not the first bar for sure, but maybe right in there if you were daring and quick on the draw, that you might have gotten in on that, but maybe not. It just kind of depends. That was pretty fast action. This area right here could have been an add-on spot right here, just based on the indicator, and or even right here, but it's just the raw signal there, just pointing that out. Here is a trade short. And for sure I wouldn't be trading all of these. You only need 1 or 2 of these trades, depending on if you're in it for a point or two, or what your objectives are. But you can see that was within the first hour there. We had a bunch of trades there already for lots of points. And right there was my first trade there of the day. Actually came in just right on target. That was over here, but there was a little trade in there, and or an entry right in here. There's a secondary signal that came in right in over here, but this would have been good for a few points. This is where I came in, so I did get a good entry. I did enter right there, and I was holding out for more. Typically right in here it's losing momentum. I could have either gotten out with a 1.5 or so and then wait and see. Right in over here is a secondary signal. Here could have re-entered here or added on, but wasn't enough of a profit in there to take a risk to add on. Anyway, got out there, and just keeping that going forward. See if I can't get through the rest of this day. That was my second trade right there. There was more in that trade. You can definitely see that there was several points, but I did enter good. I did like the entry right there. 3/4 of a point. I could have easily gotten a point or even 2 points, just had I waited just a little bit. But I just took it for that. There was a signal in here. If you missed this, there was a little secondary signal right in here that could have easily gotten a 1.5 or 2, depending on the entry. Sell signal here, long signal here. Another short signal here, getting into just after the lunch hour. That period there was the lunch hour, was kind of slow. There's a bad trade. Had no business taking that trade. You can see that was definitely in, and it actually closed it out over here. It's posting it in the middle of no man's land there, but sometimes it does that. Here was another trade that I did take a little early, but did stretch my stop out a little bit on that. And I had another trade towards the end of the day right in here and added on